If you've been on the internet for a while, you've probably seen the video, The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. If you haven't, I recommend watching that before this one, but do be sure to watch this one. This has taken me forever, so if you enjoy it, like, subscribe, and comment. It costs nothing, but it helps a ton. This song is legendary. I'm glad I finally get to talk about it. Also, I'm sure I'm going to get some facts wrong, so if you catch anything, be sure to comment. I'll pin it, probably. Also, I'm not counting any background characters in the music video, obviously. I'm just counting stuff from the song itself, because it's unofficial, and also that'd be really stupid. With all that out of the way, let's get into explaining every character from the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Diamond on the chain with the V-cut.
Yeah.
Old Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground.
Godzilla is a giant reptilian monster, or kaiju if you're being fancy. He's been in like a million movies and has had a whole bunch of design changes. He was created in 1954 by, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Tamayuki Tanaka. He's definitely one of the coolest fictional characters in my opinion.
When suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade.
Batman is DC's biggest superhero. Everyone knows him. I don't even think I need to explain him, but I will. He watched his parents die in front of him as a child and swore vengeance against criminals and villains, thus becoming the Dark Knight. Billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne by day, dark, gritty hero by night. He was created in 1939 by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. By the way, I highly recommend the documentary Batman and Bill. It's generally one of my favorite, films ever. It's really good.
But didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu.
Shaquille O'Neal is the legendary 7'1" former basketball player and overall great and lovable guy. I personally know him from those Frosted Flakes and the General commercials. Those were a big part of my childhood, I guess. He played for 6 basketball teams, those being Orlando Magic, Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, Phoenix Suns, Cleveland Cavaliers, I am really bad at pronouncing things, I'm sorry, and the Boston Celtics. Shaq is awesome. We love Shaq. If you don't like Shaq, unsubscribe.
The jack-o'-lantern. The chocolate ice.
When Aaron Carter came out of the blue.
Aaron Carter was a singer and rapper. He started making music as a kid and was popular throughout the 90s. He has a song called That's How I Beat Shaq, so that's why they're fighting in Ultimate Showdown. The video has such 90s vibes, even though I wasn't alive then. It's pretty charming. You can check it out. Also, this was the first person that I hadn't heard of before hearing Ultimate Showdown, and there's gonna be a lot of these.
Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat.
Abraham Lincoln. Do I really have to explain who Abraham Lincoln is? Fine, but I'm going to blatantly steal it from the Wikipedia. Abraham Lincoln became the United States' 16th president in 1861, issuing the Emancipation Proclamation. Why does that kind of go hard? Why does that's kind of fun to say? Emancipation Proclamation, that's kind of hard to say. That declared forever free those slaves within the Confederacy in 1863. What was his line? I'm not a crook. I don't know. Who cares? Moving on.
Because Optimus Prime came to save the day.
Optimus Prime is the leader of the Autobots from the Transformers series. They can turn into trucks, which is pretty cool. OMG, 2 trucks, like an even reference. I honestly don't have too much to say about him, so let's just move on.
Like Scruff McGruff took a bite out of crime.
Scruff McGruff is a cartoon dog created by Jack Keel to spread crime awareness. He has a big gray coat and his design is peak. I really, honestly don't have anything to say about him similar to Optimus Prime, so let's just move on. Also though, sorry, I'm a little congested right now, because I've been sick for a week now, so that's been epic. Yeah, moving on.
Jackie Chan jumped out and landed on his back.
Jackie Chan is a friggin' legend, man. He's been in a million action movies, and his voice is just iconic. He is a Hong Kong actor, director, stuntman, writer, producer, martial artist, and stuntman. For some reason, that was there twice. I don't know why he did that. Known for his slapstick acrobatic fighting style, comic timing, innovative stunts, which he typically performs himself according to Google. Sorry, I didn't come up with that. I think we can all agree his best role was Master Wu in the Lego Ninjago movie.
We got a message from your brother Garmadon. You want to hear it?
Oh yeah? What did he say?
He says you're a big stupid dum-dum with a dumb face and a big butt and your butt stinks and you smell like a butt.
That sounds like my brother.
But suddenly something caught his leg and he tripped. Indiana Jones took him out with his whip.
Indiana Jones is an intelligent young archaeologist and a brave, daring adventurer by night. I have no idea why I wrote that so cheesy. He does stuff like stealing little statues, running from big balls, and fighting Nazis, I think. So sorry, I only saw the first movie when I was a little kid and I don't remember anything from it. Rah! I hate you, Indiana! Shut up! I'm gonna kill you, Hitler! He's played by Harrison Ford, aka Han Solo, and he's pretty hot.
Oh yeah, looking good.
And then they both got hit by a Care Bear stare.
The Care Bears are these little fat colored bears from the 80s. They all have little symbols on their stomachs that explain their personalities. They all have pretty stupid names too. There's Bedtime Bear, Birthday Bear, Cheer Bear, Friend Bear, Funshine Bear, Good Luck Bear, Grumpy Bear, Love a Lot Bear, has gotta be the dumbest name, Tenderheart Bear, and Wish Bear, whatever that means. They were on postcards and movies and shows, a whole bunch of stuff I don't feel like getting into. Also, the one in the video is Love a Lot Bear. Also, I'm mentioning this here because I'll probably never be able to mention this anywhere else, but the creators of the Care Bears made this dope show called Buddy Thunderstruck on Netflix. It was like stop motion and really funny, but I haven't watched it since I was like 10 or 11, but I remember it being really good. Alright, back to the other stuff, because this was really long.
Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones.
Chuck Norris is an actor and martial artist. He's ancient and kind of looks like if Tim Allen was stung by bees. He was in like a bunch of movies. I don't really know anything about him, so instead I searched Chuck Norris memes, and they're all really unfunny.
Ah, sick!
Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. Chuck Norris was in all the Star Wars movies. He was the Force. Chuck Norris hit 11 out of the 10 targets with 9 bullets. For a second I thought that said, Chuck Norris did 9/11. Okay, now we're at the part I was dreading, because I have to explain 18 characters. Rapid mode, let's go.
Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie and Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock and Hulk Hogan.
Gandalf the Great can get off the White after defeating something called a Barlog, I guess. Whitey had more powers and he had sole authority of the sole emissary of Valar. Oh my gosh, there's a reason I never got into Lord of the Rings. The Black Knight is a character from the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which I've never seen. He's popular for denying being injured while all his limbs are being chopped off. Ha, I've chopped off your arm. Nuh-uh. Benito Mussolini was the minister of Italy during World War II and invented fascism, so that's pretty cool. The Blue Meanies are the villains in the Beatles animated movie Yellow Submarine. They're rude and hate all music, apparently.
This music sucks!
Now we're on something that I'm actually very well knowledge in, surprisingly. The next two are from the show Pee-wee's Playhouse, which involved Pee-wee Herman, played by Paul Rubens, who sadly passed away last year. They would have silly adventures in the aforementioned playhouse. It was very cool. There's tons of fun characters, but the two we're focusing on are Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, as the verse said. Cowboy Curtis, played by Lawrence Fishburne, probably pronouncing that wrong, was one of Pee-wee's friends who was a cowboy, big shocker, and he wore a fabulous pink shirt. He'd say stuff like, "Yeehaw, Pee-wee, my horse ruined. He got hit by a car on the way here. Ooh, doggy." There's honestly not that much to say about him because he's just a stereotypical cowboy, but he's still very near and dear to the hearts of millions. Oh yeah, he's also played by the same guy who plays Morpheus, so that's pretty crazy. "You're the one, Pee-wee." "I know you are, but what am I?" John B. the Genie was like this head in a box, and he'd grant Pee-wee a wish at the end of every episode. He was played by John Dixon Paragon, who unfortunately passed away in 2021. He'd say stuff like, "Wish? Did somebody say wish?" Johnny and Cowboy Curtis are both legends, so it's really cool that Neil put them in this song. RoboCop is a character played by Peter Weller in a movie of the same name. In Detroit, a corporation called Omni Consumer Products wins a contract from the city to privatize the police force. So they turn a normal cop guy into an evil robot cop, but he says, "No, I want to be a good guy." The Terminator is another robot guy, yippee! He's an assassin from the future disguised as a human. He travels from 2029 to 1984. Which, it's funny that the future from the 80s is only 5 years away. It's like how in Back to the Future, the future was, 2015, and it was all futuristic and stuff. He's trying to kill a woman named Sarah Connor because her future son is gonna join the fight against artificial intelligence, I guess. Captain Kirk is the protagonist of Star Trek. He's the captain of Starship Enterprise. He's often played by William Shatner, more like William Shat himself. Darth Vader is the main antagonist of Star Wars. He doesn't really need an explanation, but whatever, I'll do it. He was originally a human named Anakin Skywalker. He was a good guy, but he got bad and fought his brother Obi-Yogi Kenobi to the death and fell into a bunch of lava and turned into Darth Vapor. Lopan is the antagonist in a film called Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sorry, I can't find much info on them, so I'm just gonna move on. Superman. Everyone knows Superman. Born a baby on the planet Krypton, the planet is about to explode. His parents launch him to Earth in a little pod, so he doesn't die. Lands on a farm, is raised by two old people, two ancient, they're so old, oh my gosh, and becomes a superhero. He works at the Daily Bagel, and when he isn't fighting bad guys, he's a sexy businessman named Clark Kent. He's like if Batman was gay and less cool and had cheat codes enabled. So in the song, instead of listing a specific character, he just says every single Power Ranger. So I'm just going to explain them as a group. They're a bunch of teens. There's a red one, pink one, green one, yellow one, the green one, and the black one. They fight like aliens, I think. Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, aka Bill and Ted from the hit movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, are two laid-back dudes in high school. If Ted fails a test, he'll be sent to military school. So they go back in time to get help from a bunch of people in the past, like Napoleon and Abraham Lincoln, I think. I haven't seen the movie in forever, but a bunch of history people. It's a very good movie. I definitely recommend watching it because it's just fun. Since I already talked about Star Trek, I'm going to go over this next character very briefly. Spock is Captain Kirk's second in command. He's half Vulcan, half human, and he does this with his hand. And his name is The Rock. Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, is known for being a mid-actor who always plays a confused egg in the jungle. When this came out, he was known for being a wrestler who had hair. Crazy to think that he had hair at one point. Doc Ock, aka Dr. Otto Octavius, is a villain from Spider-Man. He made these tentacles that attach to his back. They would have been really helpful. OMG, I have 8 extra hands. But they have a mind of their own and turned him evil. Also, his wife died to an explosion, and she got impaled by a bunch of glass. Hulk Hogan is an extremely popular wrestler from the 80s. His full name is Terry Gene, I forget how to pronounce his last name, Bollea. That's not right, I'm sure that's wrong. He's 70 years old. He's the coolest looking man I've ever seen. I bet he'd destroy anyone that tries to date his daughter. Finally, we've made it to the end. The last character. It has taken quite a while to get here. You know, there's been ups and downs, definitely not being dramatic, but we finally made it. And the last character couldn't be more fitting.
The fight raged on for a century, many lives were claimed, but eventually the champion stood. The rest saw their better, Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater.
I'm not sure what I can say about Mr. Rogers that hasn't been said already. I'm also not sure if I can do him justice, but, you know, I'll try my best. Fred McFeely Rogers was an incredible man. Awesome middle name, by the way. He had a heart of gold and cared about everyone. His show was legendary, and he was just a wonderful person. I think that there's people probably more qualified to talk about him than me, so I'm just gonna end this part here. But Mr. Rogers was great, and it's too bad that he passed. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot longer than my other stuff, but I've been wanting to make longer projects, and I'm glad I could do that now. If you subscribed, it would genuinely mean a whole lot. And I guess that can end it. I'll see you next time.